What's going on, guys? This is the Red Rogue and I hope you're all doing well today. This video will be a guide and explanation on how to unlock the new Dark Ranger cosmetic effect for any of your Night Elf, Blood Elf, or Void Elf characters, as well as the new Hunter exclusive Dark Ranger armor set. To save you folks a bit of trouble and time, I'll show you exactly what these effects look like on all three races and the appearance of the new Dark Ranger Hunter armor and give you the juicy information up front. If you want after that, then the remainder of this video will be the entire quest chain step by step. The quest chain will take probably about 20 to 25 minutes to do if your servers aren't crapping themselves or other bad issues with the new patch launch. Only Blood Elves, Night Elves, and Void Elves can use this new pale gray skin tone with the red glowy eyes. You also cannot mix or match these colors, so it's all or nothing. You either use the Dark Ranger skin and eye combination or not. These are the only three races currently that have access to this effect, but you can use it on any class that those races can be, and once unlocked, you can head to any barbershop in-game and swap your current characters to this new look. For the new Dark Ranger's attire, things are a bit more specific. This is a hunter-only cosmetic appearance set, and the appearance cannot be used until your hunter is level 48 or higher. This means that any hunter in the game can use this regardless of race, so you don't have to be a Night Elf or a Blood Elf or a Void Elf just because of the Dark Ranger skin and eye combination. You can still use this armor on any of your Taurens or Dwarves or whatever you got. Both of these new cosmetic rewards require completing the new Return to Lordaeron quest chain, added in patch 9.2.5. If all you care about is unlocking the new eye and skin color for your Blood Elf, Night Elf, or Void Elf, then you can do this quest on any level 60 character that you want. However, if you want to also purchase that Dark Ranger attire set, then you have to do this quest chain on a level 60 hunter. I learned this the hard way and had to do it a second time, so please be aware of that and just do it on your hunter if you want to unlock all of this in one go. For the cosmetic armor set, you'll need to head to Trueshot Lodge, which is the Hunter Order Hall from the Legion expansion. If you're a newer player and never did any of the Legion content, or just never had a hunter during Legion, then you'll have a little bit of a headache getting to the Trueshot Lodge. Even if you just do the very beginning intro thing and reach Dalaran and get your Dalaran Hearthstone, then that's fine because you can fly north to High Mountain from there manually. If you've actually done the Legion stuff on your hunter though, there is a giant eagle at Crassus Landing that you can use and it'll take you directly to the lodge. Once you're there, you will see that Outfitter Reynolds has a new item for sale, the Dark Ranger's attire, which costs 1,000 gold. Again, the hunter that you buy this on must have completed the Return to Lordaeron quest chain and earned the Return to Lordaeron achievement, which means that they have to be level 60. Once you've purchased and learned the cosmetic set, all of your hunters level 48 and higher on your whole account can use this armor appearance set. Now for the actual quest chain portion of this guide. This will obviously be a ton of spoilers if you haven't done it yet, so you've been warned. The beginning breadcrumb quest is in Oribos, in the main room where Bolvar and all the other super important lore characters do basically nothing. If you're Horde, then you'll want to talk to Kalia Menethil to start. If you're Alliance, you'll be talking to Gen Greymane. Other than this part and the very end, the actual quest should be identical from what I've seen, because the Alliance players I guess just wear like a disguise and do the whole thing. But yeah, outside of that, the Alliance you do have to return to Greymane at the very end for the final step. When starting this quest, you'll be given the option to teleport directly to Tirisfal Glades, where we'll be meeting up with Kalia Menethil, Lillian Voss, and other Forsaken characters. For the first step of the quest, you'll just be talking to Dark Ranger Velinara, Lillian, and Master Apothecary Varnell and telling them to meet up with Kalia. Velinara will give you a quick kill quest where you just pick off 8 blighted soldier enemies near Brill, but other than that, everybody will meet up in the Brill Inn to discuss how they're finally going to take back Undercity and clear it of all that blight that Sylvanas dumped on it at the beginning of Shadowlands to try and eliminate the Alliance leaders. Oh, spoiler warning, I guess, if you somehow missed that part. Oops. After everyone has a lengthy conversation on how to get rid of the blight, Kalia needs your help to get a pure sample of that plague blight. You'll meet her on the outskirts of Brill right in front of the big wall of green nasty poop gas. After talking to her to begin, she'll put up a big golden bubble around you and walk forward. Simply kill any enemies that try to attack you two, and eventually you'll get an action button to collect a plague sample. You'll then walk back very slowly using this bubble to escape from the plague gas, even though you could totally just like use a flying mount and like drop a bucket down there and like scoop it up or something, but oh well. From here, we'll be heading to Maldraxxus to speak with Margrave Sindane, because the Maldraxxi are really good at making plagues and stuff, and we need a plague eater, so we figure, hey, they can probably help out. Personally, I just used an engineering wormhole to go directly to Maldraxxus, but if you don't have that, then just get back to Oribos via like a dungeon, teleport, or Hearthstone, or whatever means you choose, and set a course for Maldraxxus. Margrave Sindane is in her floating necropolis to the northeast, overlooking the House of Rituals. She will suggest talking with our old friend Plague Advisor Marileth for assistance. You'll then take this portal to get out of the floating necropolis, unless you're a cheating demon hunter who can just double jump over this edge and mount up, or a hunter with disengage, but from here you'll fly over to the House of Plagues. If you've done any dungeons in Shadowlands, then you'll quickly notice we're in the open world version of Plaguefall. Marileth will be waiting on the stairs right before that area where the second boss normally is. Both Kalia and Marileth will have quests for you, so don't miss one of them by accident. One quest will be to click on these big green goopy cauldrons to absorb their goopiness. There are 3 of these in total. You will also get a very standard kill enemies to fill up the bar quest from Kalia, so just annihilate everything in the general area as you make your way through the House of Plagues. You'll want to work your way to the south as Marileth and Kalia will be waiting for you past this big lake of slime for you to turn your quests in. Your next task is to fight the blight monster you've been collecting all this nastiness for, as it's gone berserk. It had around 400,000 health, and with how many people were hitting it, it died basically instantly. However, in the future, this may get trickier to do on lower item level characters once a lot of people stop completing this quest for the new appearances, so do be mindful of that. Once defeated, return to Marileth, Lillian, and Kalia. Lillian will give you her Hearthstone so you can return back to Brill immediately, which is very nice and handy of her, and means that Hearthstones are actually a canonical element of the Warcraft universe and not just a handy game item that they made up. Once you hearth to the Brillin, you'll need to fly over to the eastern side of the Blight, as Farinel has set up all of his Plague Eater spawner things and other stuff over there. You'll be given a Shadow Bat to mount up on, and you'll need to drop bunches of little Plague Eaters all over the ruins of Lordaeron. Now, don't be a moron like me, because I didn't realize how these buttons worked until the second time I did it. You basically always just want to spam the number 1 ability anywhere that you can, since that drops these little Plague Eaters on the ground, and they can be dropped anywhere on the ground, and they give 3% every time you drop one. The number 2 button, the one that looks like a bat and drops a bombardment, should always be dropped on top of any of those piles of Plague Barrels. These give a bunch of percent, and I totally thought you were supposed to drop the little guys on the barrels, which is not the case. You just drop those anywhere. Literally just spam 1 wherever you can, and make sure to use 2 to drop the bats on top of those big piles of barrels with the purple circles around them, and you'll be good to go. Once you reach 100%, you'll have to fight a giant Stay Puffed Marshmallow monster plague thing, so just hit it a bunch with your 3 and 4 abilities and it should die quickly. If there aren't a bunch of people doing the quest with you, then you may need to use the number 5 ability to protect yourself and heal up the Shadow Bat, but when I did it, it died literally instantly. Once the monster is slain, you'll land and have a bunch of dialogue and talking to do with a bunch of the people around you. If you're Horde, then you'll be told to talk with Kalia and Lillian in the Lordaeron throne room, where a special cutscene is gonna take place and I'm not gonna spoil it. After the cutscene ends, you'll complete the quest chain and receive your Return to Lordaeron achievement, which immediately rewards you with the Of Lordaeron title and the Dark Ranger skin and eye combination. For Alliance, you won't see this cutscene, but instead will be given a letter that you must return to Gen Greymane in Oribos. Once you do this, you'll receive your title and Dark Ranger stuff too. Oh, and as a side note for Horde players, you still can't seem to go into the actual Undercity in the current modern day version, because the doors just didn't want to open that make those elevators show up, I don't know. And the tunnel that goes down into Undercity, that's also blocked off still too. Hopefully that becomes back to normal eventually without having to use like the Zadormi change time thing to go back in time to actually use Undercity, but we'll see in the future. And there you have it, folks. I hope that covers all the ins and outs of how to go about earning your new Dark Ranger appearances, the Dark Ranger attire set, and the Of Lordaeron title. If you have any further questions, then feel free to leave a comment or a question if you need help. As always, my appreciation and gratitude to all of my viewers and especially my patrons, who all help make these Shiba Shenanigans possible. Thank you all so much for watching. This is the Red Rogue, and I'll see you guys around.